Hey everyone, welcome to Sabin Saga number 17. I was making a playlist of my Sabin Saga and just adding everything to the playlist on YouTube was super fun. How many runs I've actually done with him. He's perfect for this Abyss Normalis Chaos. Mostly because his Wind and Holy kit, there's just no issues across every single wave. It's also a lot of AoE, so his kit is well balanced to be able to shave AoE or splash AoE whenever needed, which is great. So he's perfect for that. I didn't really feel like I needed to use his delay like strategically. It was just nice when it happened with Razor Gale Plus. Zack trivializes this, I would say, because outside of Wave 2, Wave 1 and Wave 3, they only have single target HP attacks, and Zack is a premium tank. So he can tank everything for the party. I don't need a healer. I just have to make sure I don't get hit by, in Wave 2, they have an all attack, and that all attack will do HP damage to the party. Your party can take it. I did this initially with Vanille instead of Serah, and it went perfectly fine. Basically the same, very similar turn count and score and everything. So nothing terribly special. But yeah, I took all the HP damage the last time and it still worked out fine. It's just more of a slog because Zack doesn't get his Soldier Grit on the last wave, which is it just speeds things up. Basically you can't lose as long as you have Zack's passives, his buffs up. And that as long as the enemies are locked on him, and his Brave Plus helps you lock even if you ran out of chain slashes. But yeah, and then Serah's here just to provide auras to the party. This Abyss stage had your party getting lower attack, the enemies getting higher attack, and then the same thing for speed. And so Serah makes the whole party faster with her buff. She also slows down the enemy. She also gives 100% attack aura to the party. And she drops defense just a little bit on the enemy. So she helps balance the cards out, or the codes, I should say, for Abyss. And she also provides the party the much needed battery. The only problem is that she's a lot faster than everybody else. Which is why I brought Leviathan Summon. I have like a hate campaign against the Shiva summon now because it screws with your EX recharge rate so much that even though you are getting more turns before the enemy goes, it also means that you are that you're wasting time like doing an HP plus on a character when normally you would just use their EX there. Like for example, if you use Shiva summon, Papa Limo needs to use an HP plus to weave in to recharge his EX, and if you don't use Shiva, you just use an ability, and his EX is recharged after his chain. But I did bring Leviathan here to counteract that speed even further and slow the enemies down. I think you could have used just about any summon you wanted. I just really didn't want Shiva, because I really didn't want her slowing down the recharge rates on these. But yeah, I think this team was perfectly suited for tackling this stage, reasonably so. It is really annoying using Sabin with only one battery with Serah, because it means that whenever she uses Moonlight, those are the turns when you want to use like an HP++ usually to like dump a fit, it's a good use of your Brave. Whereas when you don't have a lot of Brave, well, that's where if you have a plus ability up, that's great. You can use your, Razor Gale Plus to AoE delay. It deals like probably 40k AoE, which is great. But then if he doesn't have his plus ability up and he has no Brave, he's probably HP plussing for 20k. And it's, from a damage per turn perspective, it's real sad. So this is where, that's why if you have a friend unit, that's why I'd want to swap Sabin easily in this. Even though he actually has perfectly fine longevity for the entire Chaos battle, that's not a problem. But I'd still want to swap him just so that I could be more aggressive using aura cannons across all 3 waves to get that splash damage. That definitely would have would have like sped up the turn count if I knew that I would have had enough gas with this team to get through. But yeah, instead, because I have to deal with his stacks with just one battery, and Serah can't spam Moonlight. Moonlight has a high turn rate. I probably should have turned off some of her speed passives. She has like 4 of them, I think. So I probably should have turned some off because she's just so fast that there are a couple turns where I have to go in the tank and think about what to use, what ability to use on her. Also, I was washing dishes for parts of this, so yeah. In general, I should have been killing all the bosses together. At first, this wave, I wanted to kill just one so that, like, Serah's Moonlight would be more reasonable against a single target. Zack's EX is great against a single target. The rest of his abilities are great against a single target. I didn't rush Assault this entire wave because they resist melee, and so I did not want to bother with reduced damage from that skill because it normally hits like a truck. So once this wave is done, then wave two comes up. You can see I'm sort of slogging a little bit through this. Phantom Rush is like got a sliver to recharge, so that I wanted that to charge. I'm not going to waste an ability. Team's just HP plussing here through, which is why Serah's Brave Plus into HP Plus is actually pretty reasonable for like if she's the only battery in the party. And then I was just waiting for Phantom Rush because it hits like a train. And then yeah, this wave, this is where you want to summon if you don't have a healer. It's definitely the place. I have a lot of really sad apocalypses here. Sorry. Probably drives people nuts. They're not targeting me, it's reduced damage, and then on top of it, I haven't used Rush Assault yet, so his max Brave buff is long gone. So he'll go right back into that. You can see how fast Serah is here. But yeah, and then this wave is just about keep them broken, keep your debuffs up. It is really nice having your framed debuffs applied at all times. Zack drops frame debuffs, the lock. And Sabin has frame debuffs, Serah has one. So even when they're like buffing themselves and they cleanse themselves of generic debuffs, this is where like Sabin's Imperil staying up is amazing, and also it keeps Serah's aura active the whole time, which is really nice. There's a bunch of turns here where it's just a sad amount of damage. Yeah, but you can see I don't even care like what they're doing. It's pretty easy. I just want to go ahead and break them after this. But yeah, and then the last wave, Zack just trivializes it. I probably won't even do commentary up until the end of the last wave, because it's really just a matter of they all have single target HP attacks. Keep them locked on Zack, and even if they target someone else, it's fine if that person is batteried up, like who cares? But yeah, Zack trivializes the whole thing, so as long as you've got all of his buffs and everything going, then you're good to go. They can't kill you. It's just a matter of taking the time to deal the damage. Yeah, so that's the general strategy for this one. I've been really busy because I'm working on a new thing for the Tonberry troop. I'm hoping we can release it this week. It's going to be pretty awesome, I think. It is taking a lot of effort and time, but hey, when you're in quarantine and you can't go out and hang with friends and you're doing like Zoom meetings to play Jackbox and stuff like that, you end up having a lot of time on your hands. So work has been real busy, but outside of work being busy, I've been trying to work on this whenever I have a spare, like 10 or 15 minutes, this new thing. So yeah, hopefully I can drop that this week. That would be pretty awesome. I think the community is gonna love it. I hope. We're putting a lot of time and effort into it. The whole team is working on it. So over the course of a few weeks now that we've been dedicated on it. But So that's why it took me so long to upload a video for this and record it and everything. My first clear was with Venial, went perfectly fine. Then I swapped to Serah because, well, I love using Serah. She and Sabin are my favorite two characters in the game. I probably could use Edgar here. It's just, again, a matter of Edgar's really fast also, and I'm gonna need to swap someone, and so the fact that you can't swap, I didn't want to do Figaro Brothers here, but I'll try it again. I'll try it again soon. For Vane's Lost Chapter, which I have not cleared the Chaos yet, because I wanted to ticket pull Paladin Cecil to make Team Holy Trinity with Sabin, Yuri, and Paladin Cecil. The Holy debuff doesn't stack. It doesn't matter, but I just think it'll be a fun, really well balanced team for dealing with Vane's Lost Chapter. I'm hoping. So yeah, I ticket pulled Paladin Cecil because I was really impatient and I didn't want to. I wanted to token Lael. So I wanted to token Lael and with the free spring, which meant I needed to ticket pull Paladin Cecil. So now that I've got Cecil, I purpled him, I purpled Vane, yeah, now I'll be able to token Lael and then run Lael with Realm and Sabin with Pandemonium Summon. So Sabin imperils Wind so that everyone will hit weakness damage, and then Realm and Lael launch non-stop. Realm gets so many free turns, like insane amounts of free turns, and Lael gives a launch or a chase unit aura to the party so that they launch more often. Oh, I can't wait. Shout out to Belial. I'm not sure how to say their name, but Belial has been running some really interesting and fun team comps, and I think he did Kieran Chaos with Realm and a 0-3 Lael. It was pretty cool. So I'm gonna be trying that team just a bit. So yeah, and then so I'll try to record Sabin Saga number 18. Shouldn't be a problem there. If I need to, I can't imagine I'm gonna have trouble with Sabin, Yuri, and Paladin Cecil with a Setzer friend coming in for emergency support against that stupid horse that does his white black lightning, white thunder black magic. I don't know, whatever that ability is called. I like the horse. I just wish he didn't do that move and kill everybody. I tried Vane's Lost Chapter with Sabin, Rem, and Setzer, and it was so close. Well, not so close. I was probably like 15 turns off, so that's not so close. The team just didn't have enough damage per turn. But yeah, I should be able to knock it out with Team Holy Trinity. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna skip Beatrix altogether just in terms of what's coming up. I've got a purple Leo coming, and then I'm purpling Shadow. I'm pitying both of those banners if I have to. I will not mind if I have to pity them. I've saved up for them specifically. Leo and Shadow are two of my absolute favorites from the FF6 cast. Shadow's second favorite, third favorite overall. Sabin, Celis, Shadow, and then Leo is like, you want him to be your favorite character always, I think. But yeah, so I love Leo, and I've been dreaming of playing with him on a main Final Fantasy team since I was, I don't know, 10 years old. So the dream's coming true soon. I'm excited for it. It's also, I love that I get in this last wave, Sabin versus what I will say is Atma Weapon. It used to be called Atma Weapon in FF6 until they re-released like an updated version of it and they renamed it Ultima Weapon. But that thing on the left will always be to me Atma Weapon, and you fight it at the end of the floating continent in FF6. And if you brought Sabin in your party and you leveled Sabin to level 70, which is nonsense because it's like halfway through the game only, so you have to actively grind for hours on this floating continent to level him up to 70, but he learns the Bum Rush then, or in this game, Phantom Rush. So it's very cool that Sabin can use Phantom Rush against the Atma Weapon at some point. But yeah, So yeah, I'm purpling Leo and Shadow. I will keep Hope. Hope is probably going to sit at 0-3. I'm going to dump him somewhere. I don't like Hope. I recognize his power, but I don't like Hope. I don't like Snow. Like, none of those characters from 13 really jump out at me. I love Saz. I think Saz is cool. Lightning's cool also. Serah's amazing. So Vanille's amazing. Fang is, I've never liked Fang, but I always love Vanille. I don't know, this is even before DFFOO, so, yeah. And then, so I'm gonna be really short on ingots. Phoenix Cave though, the Phoenix event that Selfie's rework comes in, I do plan to purple Selfie. Buyaka, I don't know. But her EX speeding up recast is just it's too fun. If you never used Selfie in the Cosmos era and then in early Chaos, Selfie speeding up EX recharges is just amazing. It's so great. And you never use Shiva with Selfie. It's sort of like just they counteract each other. And it also speeds her up so that she can't get into a tight rotation. Shout out to Slide, who gave me like a page of notes on using Selfie that will for sure go into her infographic and all, which we've had ready for months, by the way. We've had Selfie ready to go just because we never knew when she was going to drop, so we wanted to make sure that it was all good. And yeah, so yeah, I think I'm going to try and figure out a place to dump a 0-3 Beatrix. I'm sure she probably fits somewhere because her 0-3 is loaded beyond belief. She needs 3-3, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating for a 0-3 to actually get used in Chaos, but maybe with some like overpowered character like Aranea and a 0-3 Beatrix, that would probably work, because Aranea or Vayne could probably carry a 0-3 Beatrix through one Chaos level that is well suited for all of them. So yeah, I'll probably do that. And yeah, that's pretty much the plans upcoming. We've got like I said, the new thing coming from the Tonberry Troop pretty soon. That should be great. I think most players will hopefully find it useful or at least interesting for things. We have a lot of various offerings from the troop that we aim for usability and for people to enjoy what we've made and get use out of them. So let's see how this goes. But yeah, like, just it's really easy here with Serah's poison controlling. I decided I do want to do commentary until the very end of this. So Sabin's responsibility is absolutely to kill the elemental behemoth, and with that EX he hit wind, and so the behemoth in his last phase is weak to wind, and if you hit it, then everyone it drops all of its resistances, which is nice. So just using abilities. I wanted to get the turn rate up because Zack was really slow. Like, that's how you can see how slow the rest of the team is. It really shows from those codes at the beginning. If you don't have your like speed passives up, then it's tricky. But yeah, Serah is. They have so much health and she has one ability left. This is an easy HP plus though. Again, like Brave plus into HP plus is totally reasonable. Yeah, I probably will do a quick video. Shout out to Soul DFFOO. I loved his EX summary. He did like a really cool EX video. I'll link it in the description. But he did a really fun sort of like retrospective or review of the EXs in his box and which ones he was glad to have and all of that. I'll probably do that, and I'll probably like lock out some like eternal EXs that everyone just knows that if you've like watched my videos before, then you know that I love those characters. So I'm just gonna open up with them and lock them out so that I don't like everyone knows how much I love Serah and Sabin and Celis and Setzer and stuff like that. There's such a big collection of of various characters. Rem, for example, I love all those characters. I love using them. So, yeah. Yep. So I'll probably do one of those videos. So next will be the Sabin Saga number 18 on Vane's Lost Chapter, and then over to, well, we're gonna drop the Beatrix, and the Beatrix event is coming, so we'll drop her infographic as well as Steiner's. That's gonna happen shortly, and then probably our surprise, our new thing that we're working on, and then that should be before Leo comes out. But otherwise, I may time it alongside Leo. We will see. So yeah, like that 14k Brave on that Elemental Behemoth, Sabin is responsible for taking care of that. So I would rather deal a lot of damage to the Atma weapon than bother with it. So this is where the last Aura Cannon goes, and yeah, the plus version to increase the overflow is great, basically ensuring that he gets about 60k of damage. So that guy is almost dead. We're nearing the end of this. I wanted to do commentary toward the end, just because of the finish is stellar. So yeah, the ability uses worked out just fine. I've got one Chain Slash left, but otherwise everyone is out of abilities, so it works out. Okay, Atma weapon is basically dead. So what is the absolute best way to kill Atma weapon? It is for sure with Phantom Rush. So works out perfectly. I hope everyone enjoyed the video and liked the voiceover commentary. There was no way I could record this. I've been so busy. No way I could do live voiceover, but I will try to do that for Vane's Lost Chapter. So hope everyone's staying safe. Have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy the Beatrix event. Take care, everyone.